Good morning, students. I am Dr. Ritika, the faculty of CSC department, as an associate professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on the subject Computer Application in Management. And today, we will cover the topic of our Unit 1, and the topic name is wireless networking. So students, in this topic we will cover introduction, why we need a wireless network, how wireless network works, what are the type of network related to the wireless, illustrations of network type, comparisons of wired and wireless network, what are the advantages, disadvantages of wireless networks, and what will be the application related to the wireless network. And at the last, we will come to the point of conclusion. So, students, let's start about introduction. Here, wireless network is an interconnection of many systems capable of providing service to mobile user within a particular geographical region, or you can say country or a continent. So wireless network means a data is carried by electrical waves, or you can say radio waves, from one node to another node. So there is no physical cable or wire connecting one computer to another. Here are the different components related to the wireless network are base station, mobile switching center, that is MSN, and PSTN, that is public telecommunication switch networks. About these terms MSC and PSTN we will further read more about in our next upcoming slides. So now what is wireless network? Here you can say these are the two computers which are communicating with each other without wireless. So a technology that enables two or more entities to communicate without networking cable is known as wireless network. So wireless networking tech today is about where broadcast radio was in the late 1920s. So the use of wireless technology is quickly becoming the most popular way to connect to a network. So here is the Wi-Fi is one of the many available technologies that offers us the convenience of mobile computing. So, what are the generations in mobile wireless services? In this, it is related to the first generation, which is known as IG, which is related to mobile voice services. Second generation, that is 2G, which includes primarily voices and some low speed data, which is connected with our circuit switched. In next 2.5 generation, which includes high data rate than 2G and a bridge of GSM to 3G are used. In third generation, that is 3G, it includes seamless integrations of voice and data, where high data rates and full support for packet switching data are used in third generation of wireless services, or you can say in mobile wireless services. So here are the development of wireless networking, which is related to different generations. First is the first generation of wireless network, and second generation wireless network, third generation wireless network, fixed network transmission hierarchy, traffic routing in wireless network, which includes circuit switching, packet switching, and X.25 protocol are included inside the traffic routing in wireless network. So these are the development processes with the help of which we further read about the wireless networking. So here is the block diagram of a cellular system which is related with PTSN, that is a public telecommunication switch network, which is connected to our mobile telecommunication switch office, which sends the signals to their base stations and then base station, and these base station further send the signals to their mobile, or you can say in car in which you follow up the radio, you follow up the mobile. So it is the basic block diagram through which a cellular system can work with the help of PTSN mobile switching office, which is related with their mobile telecommunication switches office. They are correlated with different base stations, and how these base stations send signals to their cellular systems, which are received by the different users. So it is a block diagram of a cellular system. So here are the, let's start the generations of wireless network. In first generation we use mobile, which is used by the users. So here we used mobile users. These mobile users are related with their base stations, and these base stations are correlated with their mobile switching center. The first generation is based on our block diagram block diagram. In the same block diagram, users related with their different base stations. These base stations related with their mobile telecommunication switch office. They are correlated with PTSN. So they include the first generation of a wireless network, which include mobile user, base station and mobile switching center are used in the first generation of wireless network. In second generation, where digital modulation is used, which includes GSM, TDMA, CDMA, codeless phone, and they are dedicated control channels for voice and signaling data. So it provides paging and other data services. And next, in the second generation, they are very high data rate wireless network, which is related to their network accesses. And next is the MAHO, that is mobile assisted handoff, where are used in the second generation of the wireless network, where mobile unit platforms include the following functions like reporting service, reporting received powered, scanning adjacent base stations, data encoding and encryption, all are used in MAHO, which is used in the mobile units. Again, MAHO is the mobile assisted handoff. In the third generation, its aim is to provide single set of standards that can meet wide range of applications and provide universal access throughout the world. So, distinction between codeless and cellular phone, this appears as personal handset, which is basically used to provide to access voice data and their video services. So in this generation we use broadband integrated service digital, that is known as ISDN network, which is used to provide internet for both fixed and their mobile users. In third generation, it is basically used to provide reliable transfer of information. So these are the third generation of wireless network. So here you can say evolution of mobile wireless. First, use FDMA, used AMPS advanced mobile phone services, whose range is 824 to 849 megahertz, or you can say 869 to 894 megahertz, which is basically show in the arrow is the first generation of mobile network. So it follow the ETACS, that is European Total Access Communication System, which also include FDMA, and with range of 872 to 905 and 970 to 950 megahertz. which is deployed throughout the Europe. So in next generation, it used GSM, Global System for Mobile Communication. It used TDMA. They use different frequency bands for cellular and PCs. It is developed in 1990, which is expected is less than 1 BB subscriber by end of 2003. So in this it includes IS-95 protocol, which contains CDMA and which is in the range of 800/1900 MHz in cellular OTCs and basically used for Europe, Asia and USA. Now in upcoming next generation of wireless mobility is 2.5 generation, which uses GPRS, that is Journal Packet Radio Services, which introduce packet switched data services for GSM, and they provide transmission rate up to 170 kbps, which supports the quality of services, that is QoS, and they also enhance the data rate of GSM, which evolution of edge EDGE, which follows the circuit switch wise packet switch data. In circuit switch wide, its range up to 43.5 kbps per slot. In packet switch data, its rate is 59.2 kbps per slot. So they can achieve in the order of 475 kbps on the downlink by combining multiple slots. So in third generation, it is UMTS, that is Universal Mobile Telecommunication System. It is a wide band DSCDMA, which is a bandwidth on demand up to 2 Mbps. And this generation, that is third generation, which supports handoff from GSM and GPRS. And from these standards ISO 2000, they include CDMA 2000, that are multi-carrier DSCDMA. They follow the bandwidth on demand, which is different flavors up to a few Mbps, and it also supports handoff from IS-95 also. So it is related to our third generation of mobile network. Now in the next is the need of wireless network. So here is why we need a wireless network. For communication, mobile communication is needed. Communication must be take place in a term that makes wired communication difficult or impossible. So communication system must be deployed quickly. It facilitates that must be installed at low initial cost, or you can say some information must be broadcast to many locations. So these are the needs of our wireless network. Now next, how wireless network works. So here is the working related to a wireless network is moving data through a wireless network involves three separate elements. First, radio signal. Second, data rate format, and the network structure are the three way by which our data is moving in a wireless network. First is radio signal, data formats, and network structure. So each of these elements is independent of the other two. So you must define all three introduction to wireless network when you invent a new network. So in term of OSI reference model, that is open system interchange, which tell us the radio signal operates at the physical layer and the data format controls several of the higher layer. So in network structure, it include wireless network interface, adapters, and base stations which sends and receive the signals via radio signals. So here is the working related to our wireless network. So what are the types of networks? WLAN, WPANs and WMANs. So here is a WLAN, that is wireless local area network, which allows user in local areas such as university camps or libraries to form a network or gain access to the internet. In WPANs, that is wireless personal area network, are the current used two current technologies of wireless personal area network, which are used in IR, infrared and Bluetooth. So IR require a direct line of sight and the range is less. Now third is the WMAN, wireless metropolitan area network. These technology allow the connections of multiple networks in a metropolitan area such as building in a city. In network, we have learned LAN, WAN, MAN, but but in the wireless network, the type of networking we will use in wireless network are WLAN, WPAN, and WMAN. So they are correlated with each other, but here W terms we will use, so it is called to be the wireless network. And if I will disappear W, it will be the local area network. So these are the types of our wireless network. So here is the way by which we can communicate with different network types. Here you can say WPAN, WLAN, WMAN and MAN. So it includes the, or you can say we in WPAN we take an example of Bluetooth with their specific range. In WLAN we use Wi-Fi with standards mentioned here. In WMAN we use WiMAX with this standard, and in WMAN we use cellular network, that is a second and third generation, and it also include WiMAX and Vibro. So these are the illustrations of our network type which follows different standards, and these type of wireless network are also taking the example. So here with the help of Bluetooth you can understand WPAN is used in the Bluetooth. So WLAN Wi-Fi is done by WLAN, and WiMAX is a part of, you can say, in WMAN we use WiMAX, and WAN in views use cellular network which is related to our second and third generation, and here they also use WiMAX and Vibro. So these are the illustration of wireless network type. So here is the comparison between wired and wireless network. In wired network, installation of wired network is so difficult, but in wireless it is easy to install. In wired network, time of installation is more, and in wireless network the time of installation is less. In wired network their reliability is high, where their reasonably reasonable is high. So in wired network speed and bandwidth are high and they are up to 100 Mbps, but in wireless network speed and bandwidth are low and they are up to 54 Mbps. So here is the comparison between wired network and their wireless network. They are difficult to install, they are easy to install. They are time of installation is more, here time of installation is less. Their reliability is high, here reliability is not so high. Its speed and bandwidth are high, here is low, here is up to 100 Mbps and here is up to 54 Mbps. So now wired network versus wireless network. So here I have explained the advantages and disadvantages related to our wired, or you can see cable network versus wireless network. First, advantages of wireless network over Wired network, first is mobility, installation speed and cost, reach of network, flexibility and scalability. So in mobility, user can roam around the network without being disconnected. Is the advantages over a wired network. Second, installation speed and cost. So in buildings, wireless medium to large network is usually faster and cheaper than building wired or cabled medium to large network because there is no need to pull cable through walls and ceilings. Next, reach of network. So wireless network can be extended to places where wired or cables cannot reach. Flexibility and scalability. In the term of flexibility and scalability, new computer can be added easily without having to pull cable into the computer. So these are the advantages of wireless network over cabled network. So let's come to the disadvantages of wireless network over wired or cable network. First is speed and second is security. So in speed, wireless network technology is slower than wired network technology, and in terms of security, wireless network is less secure than wired network. So advantages of wired network here: speed, cost, centralized software management, resource sharing, electronic mail, flexible access, work group computing, all are the advantages of our wireless network. So, the disadvantages of wireless network are server faults, stop application being available, network faults can cause loss of data, network faults could lead to loss of resources, and users' work depend upon network. So these are the advantages related to our wireless networks over a wired network. So come to the next is the application. So in application, first, cable replacement for peripherals. Peripherals devices means in the replacement of input output, mobile extension of wired network, fixed wireless between homes and business and the internet, mobile access to the internet from outdoor area, all are the applications of our wireless network. So here are the basic components of wireless network. You can see here cable, DSN modem, how it connect with access point router, and here is you can see PCI adapter, how it also connected with access point router, and here you can see wireless USB adapter is connected with computer. Here some wireless PCI adapters which are connected with some PCs, some IC slots, and how wireless PC card are connected with our system. Or here you can say here is a chip which is adapted inside the computer system, or you can say wireless PCI adapter which is connected with our computer. So these are the basic components of our wireless networking. Here you can see different devices, different components of our wireless networking, and how with the help of modem, with the help of adapters, with the help of their PC cards, how they can connect with our laptop computer system, with the help of which we can easily access internet and we can communicate information and data from one computer to another without any cable, so without any wire, that is wireless networking. So these are the basic components of our wireless network, you can see in the slide. So next is the wireless network hardware. So wireless network hardware, we will use NIC, That is the example of wireless Ethernet NIC, or you can say Bluetooth NIC, which must be installed in each computer. So the major functions of wireless NIC is sender NIC and receiver NIC. So sender NIC takes data from networking layer. It encapsulates the data into frame, load the frame to electrical wave, and transmit the electrical wave. So sender can perform all the functions related to the network layer, from encapsulation, then loading into frames, and then again transmit. They follow all the methods of sender. And receiving, it receives all the activities related to our receiver NIC. So wireless NIC come in various forms like expansion boards, USB, built-in, PC, MCIA. So these are the different forms in which wireless NIC comes in the market. So in wireless networking hardware, some WAP, that is wireless access point, AP, universal access point, UPA, are used in hardware where they are related with central wiring devices, which is basically used to connect wireless node to wireless or wired network. If a network uses WAP, so computer must communicate via the WAP, that is wireless access point. So these are the modes of our wireless computer net. First is the ad hoc mode, that is peer to peer. So in this, each wire node can communicate directly with each of the other node in the network without wireless access point. They follow the mesh topology and they include IBSS, that is independent basic service set, which is a group of nodes who helpful for communicating in ad hoc mode. So in ad hoc net mode, you can say it is a peer-to-peer node. In infrastructure mode, all wireless nodes communicate to one another via wireless access point. Here star network topology are used. It is based on the BSS, that is basic service set, which is the group of nodes who are helpful for communicating in infrastructure mode. So a BSS has one wireless access point. And next, EBSS, that is extended basic service set, which is the combination of two or more basic service sets that can be helpful for communicating one another. So it consists EBSS consists of two or more wireless access points. So here you can see ad hoc versus infrastructure mode. Here is the ad hoc. They are related to, that is peer to peer. They connect with each other. And in this infrastructure mode, that is BSS, here is a wire net. These are the wired ethernet networks which are connected with hardware access point, with wireless network and laptop. So here you can say here is a point to point connection, and here in this infrastructure node you can say here two different computer, that is file server, and you can say here is the file server. Servers are interconnected with different hardware access point, wireless network, and their laptops. So in wireless network security, there are the three basic security methods we will use. SSID, that is service set identification, MAC address filtering, and encryption are the three basics network security method. So in wireless network speed, so in the speed it depends upon wireless network technology standards, their distance, their interference, and presence of solid objects. So the speed is depend upon these four factors, that are standard, distance, interference, and presence of solid objects, means electronic appliances. So in wireless network range, the ranges depend upon the same standards, interference, and presence of solid objects means they are electronic appliances where sender and receiver or between node and a wireless access points. So to increase the wireless network range, we use signal boosters, wireless access points, that's WAP, and some multiple wireless access points are used to speed up our wireless networks. So here is the wireless network spectrum. You can see here the TV, broadcast TV, whose range is mentioned 54 to 88 megahertz, and here is the FM, which follow the range of 88 to 108 megahertz. Here are the digital TV signals, which uh, perform the range of 54 to 88 megahertz. So here is, you can say, wireless spectrum. So in wireless spectrum 2, it used 3G broadband wireless services, which cellular phone which use the 800 to 900 megahertz, and personal services, communication services follow 1.85 to 1.99. So these are the frequencies related to the cellular phones, PCs, 3G broadband wirelesses. And in 3, you can say wireless LAN, how wireless LAN related to their IEEE standards of 5 gigahertz. They follow IEEE 802, which follow in the range of 2.4. Our Bluetooth range is 2.4. Local multi-point distributed service, that is LMDS, follow the 27.5 to 31.3 gigahertz. These are the wireless spectrum range. So traffic routine in wireless network are on the basis of 3 points: circuit switching, packet switching, and X.25 protocol. So in circuit switching, they are based on the three phase: established, transfer, and disconnect. So the telephone message on go is on sending on go, it is not broken up. So the message arrive in the same order that is was originally sent. Here you can see the different switch network in which you can receive and send messages. In packet switching, the message get broken into smaller data packets. So the packet are sent out from the computer and travel around the network, seeing out the most efficient routine to travel as circuits become available. So it doesn't necessarily means that they seek out the shortest route. So each packet may go different route from the other. Here you can say red circle shows the packet switching, which is basically used to sending and receiving the messages. They follow the route for transferring the information or the way of communication. So packet switching used header, user data, trailer. These are the packet data formats, and the fields include header, you can say flag, address fields, control fields, user data information fields, trailer. They use checksums to check the signal is going properly or not. So at the end is the conclusion: in this high density urban areas, there may be multiple networks like MPLS, Metro, Ethernet, fiber network, ADSL. So, in WiMAX is a technology for providing high speed access to rural areas, which provide copyright to IJIRCCE DSL. It is a standard which basically used to increase the speed. So, there are various type of hills with a rather high density of trees, moderate tree density, flat areas with a low tree density can dictate the use of WiMAX technology, radio waves that are unpredictable and make beyond the coverage area of the premises. So, to cover all these areas, we may not get the radio waves. So, with the help of wireless network, we can cover all these. Our rural area and high density area is covered by WiMAX technology, or you can say wireless technology. So students, it was all over about the wireless network. So hope you understand. So in our next upcoming slide, we will cover our next topic related to our section B or unit 2. So students, thank you very much for your kind attentions. Thanks a lot.